Good Friday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Western Mass News at 6. I'm Jordyn Jagolinzer. A state legislator from Chicopee is calling for more action to be taken following the conclusion of the investigation into the Holyoke Soldiers Home. Representative Joseph Wagner, joined by several Western Mass lawmakers, says he wanted to unify after hearing the governor's proposed reforms for the facility, which saw one of the country's worst COVID-19 outbreaks. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us live in Chicopee with more. Audrey?
Here at this plaza dedicated to veterans from different conflicts and wars, the lawmakers held a moment of silence today for the 97 veterans who have passed away at the Holyoke Soldiers Home since March. 76 of those veterans testing positive for COVID-19. Today, Representative Wagner says he wants to join a coalition of local veterans advocates and lawmakers to ensure another deadly outbreak never happens again at the home.
I've been shaken by what has happened at the Holyoke Soldiers Home.
A group of legislators joining together, vowing to get every resource necessary to make the Holyoke Soldiers Home a safe and healthy place to live. Following an independent investigation into the home's COVID-19 outbreak, Governor Charlie Baker announcing a list of reforms and changes to the home, including a new needs assessment for the building itself. Representative Joseph Wagner tells Western Mass News he was surprised to see another study proposed for the home, which recently underwent an assessment completed in 2017.
You know, it has me thinking that wasn't part of the consideration.
Wagner says that expedited timeline for a capital improvement plan should be able to benefit from that recent study. The governor's goal is to submit a plan for federal VA funding by April of 2021. It's a bit later than the July 31st deadline proposed by a local coalition of veterans advocates who wanted to see plans submitted for this fiscal year.
I'm pragmatic, and I know that to get everyone collectively on the same page, that's going to take time.
Paul Barabani, a former superintendent who served in the early 2010s, is a member of that advocacy coalition called Fund Holyoke Soldiers Home Now. He says he's agreeable to the later deadline if his group can have a hand in developing the renovation plan.
If the right people have input to that, and I hope again, that our coalition will have a voice in those deliberations.
Barabani, however, says he was disheartened to see the governor's proposal this week containing plans for another needs assessment.
When I see the word study, it just means delay.
Barabani also takes issue with the governor's proposal to make the state secretaries of Veterans Services and of Health and Human Services ex officio members of the home's Board of Trustees. He feels the more people from the state involved on the board, the less they will advocate for the veterans' health care.
Are you going to be loyal to the governor and the administration, or are you going to be loyal to the veterans in that bed who you are their voice to seek what we need?
Barabani also says that appointing the Secretary of Health and Human Services to determine the next superintendent will similarly dissolve the Board of Trustees' power within the Soldiers' Home functionality. Now, when it comes to Representative Wagner, he says that his next move will be to propose a meeting with state officials at the Soldiers' Home in Holyoke rather than Beacon Hill. Live in Chicopee, Audrey Russo, Western Mass News.